A Spurs team walking to the locker room earlier, determined to have a big night on their home floor. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Keldon Johnson.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The forwards for him, Bane and Jackson. Ja Morant, he's out there with Wells. And it's Edey in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Spurs, Zohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Outside, the wings are Vassell and Barnes. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Well, it's almost impossible to stay in front of Morant. He's just so quick on the drive.
Back to Paul, tries from 7. Edey with the rebound. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. That one falls.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
A moment now to hear from our sideline report. Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. Of course, Ja Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by Ja Morant, and they're able to recover. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Grizzlies have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Fires from the wing. Rebound, San Antonio.
Well, there you have it. Their first miss of the game, but still off to a solid start here in terms of shooting.
No doubt one of the more imaginative players in our league. Paul consistently finds ways to score.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs, with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Pass to Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. Fires, high post. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Wembanyama has got his second bucket of the night.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Here's Morant. Plays it up off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Spurs making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. Konchar's checked in for Memphis. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Paul surveying the floor. Champagne passes to Wembanyama. ball outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. Fourth, Victor Wembanyama.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
And here's Morant. We saw him with 29 points last game. And it's Vassell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now here's Morant. He's got 8. Here's Jackson.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. On the wing, Jackson. And they double up Morant. It's tipped. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Edey. Jackson against Vassell. Shot clock at 6. The shot. Jackson misses. Spurs trail by 5. To the paint. Here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Wow, Sohan just erupts off the floor for the dunk. A reminder of how athletic he is.
Here's Conchar. Hits the jumper.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." And Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Zach Collins checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Barnes comes in for Sohan. And Castle is subbed in for Paul. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Pippen finds Clark. And it's Clark with the finish.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Castle. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
No good from Clark.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Barnes can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. On the wing, Bane. There's the triple. Collins grabs the miss. Here's Champagny. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up with the Spurs. It's a 5-point game. So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. John Conchar out there with Pippen. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Jackson in at the 4. Outside Pippen, trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Here's Clark, and Clark slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Castle. Outside, Jones. Inside, Collins. And finish off by Collins.
Well, look, when you have Jones on the floor, you know he'll run the offense smoothly.
Conchar with it. Outside for Pippen. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Champagnie. Spurs trail by 5. What a rise for Taylor Jenkins. Working his way, stand from the G League assistant there to NBA assistant and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
Here's Pippen following the bucket by the Spurs. Jones looking for an opening. Barnes passes to Champagnie. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Champagnie's got the game tied up here for the Spurs. The Grizzlies have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Jackson kicks to Clark. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Johnson, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Then for the Grizzlies, Wells comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's Bain in for Conchar. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Johnson. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. Here's Castle. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Johnson against Pippen. Pass to Jackson. They could use a bucket. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Champagnie. It's Clark with the rebound. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Santi Aldama comes in for Jackson. And it's Morant in for Pippen. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Teardrop shot. No good. Good work defensively by Paul. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Now, Wembanyama. After the missed 3 from Desmond Bain.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Barnes, who's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Bain. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Vassell, right side. Paul, right side. Morant with the steal. To the middle. Here's Aldama. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And it's 7 feet tall. Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
Now here's Paul. Last game we saw him score 13. Wembanyama high post. Poked away. And they recover it. The three from Barnes drains the three-pointer. Barnes has got the lead up to 3 now for the Spurs.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Morant outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
It's good from long range.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Wells. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 7th rebound here tonight. 26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Down low. Oh, Wembanyama. Too easy.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Morant against Paul. It's rebounded by Paul. Now, Sohan. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Spurs out in front as they end the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-4 run. And now, thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the San Antonio Spurs.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree. Patience and perspective is complicated. That's why many teams can't do it.
Let's shift gears now and see how things are stacking up in the Western Conference.
Looking at San Antonio, they're dealing with some challenges, no doubt about it. They have talent, but maybe not as much as they thought they had. The effort's been spotty. It's been a learning year for this organization.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Grizzlies, and this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating to them. Right in the heart of the schedule, this is a major blow. Coaches are going to find out a lot about their team. Guys?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
Yeah, you never want to speculate on injury, but that didn't look like something you were going to bounce back from quickly.
Outside, the wings are Vassell and Barnes. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. And it's Paul in at the point guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Jackson. Drills the elbow jumper. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
What I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. Second, the Grizzlies. Number 5, the Spurs.
And, you know, anytime you get these two teams together, it's going to be physical. Both of them really go after it on the backboards.
Here's Wembanyama. He's got 8. Sohan finds Wembanyama. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Here's Jackson. A rebound by the Spurs. They've led by as much as 10.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And it's blocked. And here we go. Fast break in Morant's got it. Here's Bain. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. San Antonio leading by 5. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
Morant against Paul. Makes it off the glass. 9 points for Chris Paul.
And how about CP finding space around the rim?
Here's Morant. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Paul. It's up a 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Spurs leading by 9. Here's Sohan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Morant. Such an interesting player, isn't he, Coach Jeremy Sohan? He played a lot of point guard during his second season.
Yeah, Kevin, the Spurs experimented with Sohan at the 1. It was a bit unconventional. They went away from it later in the year. But that experience as a point guard will continue to help his playmaking ability as his career progresses.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Spurs making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Jaren Jackson.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Here's Collins, and it's denied. They retain possession to the inside. That one goes. Count it. Collins has got the lead up to 11 now for San Antonio.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Morant outside. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
Collins dishes to Johnson. Pass to Castle. 6 to shoot. On the wing. Conchar pulls it in. Conchar's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Edey. Vassell grabs the board. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's Pippen. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here's Johnson, and the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, he's a very strong wing. Johnson is about 220 pounds, and he knows how to use his body.
Over in the corner, Conchar, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Spurs up by 15. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. We've got Brandon Clark, Desmond Bain out there with Pippen. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Collins setting the big for Jones. Pass to Collins from outside the arc. Aldama with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Now, here's Clark. Bain passes to Clark. Pippen outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Bain for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Bain's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, when a 3 goes in on the other end, Bain really wants to answer with his own triple.
Outside, Jones. Johnson with it. Aldama's there. Johnson, the pass to Champagny. That one drops for him. And the Spurs lead by 17.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Aldama can't hit.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
It's deflected.
Using that near 7-foot frame, Aldama says not today.
Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Edey's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Bain. And it's John Morant in for Pippen.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake. Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
And Paul drills both of them. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
And he makes that one.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Paul. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Bain. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
These are shots Bain will take from time to time when that's where the openings are.
On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Bain. Here's Paul. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Morant against Paul. Here's Edey. Morant outside. The second chance effort. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Paul outside. Got a piece of it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's 47 seconds left in the game. Paul outside. In the corner, Sohan with it. Barnes outside. Pass to Paul. Over Morant. Again, the miss by the Spurs. A floater. He lays it in. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. Wells with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. It's good.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
Second team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Ja Morant. At the line for one.
Morant, no good on the free throw. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.